Metal bands are known for using power chords, single note runs, and minor scales and minor chords. 4 different examples, one from each band of the Big Four, where major chords and or major intervals are used. Now, why is it such a big deal? Why does it matter that metal bands are using major chords? Why is that so interesting or shocking? Well, the bottom line is metal is dark, depressing, and typically minor tonalities suit that better. When you bring in a major tonality, you think happy, upbeat, but within the context of the music we're going to listen to from the Big Four, you'll see that it still sounds heavy and it still sounds evil. So we're going to start off today with a song from Anthrax, first up on the list. The song is called Madhouse, and the interval, I'll point it out, it's a major interval. They're actually doing, this is a really interesting riff. They're doing a descending chromatic major interval pattern, and so what I mean by that is it's a major interval, but it's moving chromatically downward, and it's in a melodic type way where they're not playing the notes at the same time, they're playing them one after the next. So melodic versus harmonic, right? So we're essentially doing a major interval off of the notes B, B flat, and A. And we're rooted in E for this. So this is Madhouse. Let's take a listen. All right, so the part that you guys want to notice is the da 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 da. It's that part. That part is a major interval played one note after the next, but moving chromatically downward. So that's Anthrax Madhouse for the major. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at Megadeth. This is a very small section in a very big song. The song is Holy Wars, one of their greatest songs. And again, Megadeth known for using power chords, minor intervals, minor scales. This particular section gives us basically a G major to an F sharp major interval, kind of back and forth, mixed in with an E note, and you wouldn't really know it unless you knew exactly what was going on. It's kind of hard to tell in the mix because it's so heavy and it's distorted. But let's take a listen. I'll point it out when it shows up. Holy Wars, here we go. So it's right here. Let's take a listen to that section again. It's very short. It's only like 1 or 2 measures long. Here we go. So that's an F sharp major up to a G, back to an F sharp, back to a G. One more time for good measure. It is a very guttural sounding chord. Great stuff, great stuff. Next up on the list we have Metallica, and this one is back in 1988, and Justice for All, the title track. The very intro brings us to a really interesting pattern. We're in E essentially for this, and we're doing the outline of an E major arpeggio, which would be the root E, the 3rd G sharp. They actually throw in the 4th as well. It's like, so it's root, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But that 3rd is the major 3rd. So here is the section. And it does move down. It moves down from E to D to C to B. But that section right there, I'll give you one more listen right here. Those are all major 3rds into the perfect 4th, up to the perfect 5th, outlining the major arpeggio with the 4th in there as well. Very interesting section. And then finally, the band you would least assume would ever touch anything with the word major in it, Slayer. The song is Bloodline off of God Hates Us All. And it mixes in E power chords with G major intervals and F major intervals, and F sharp major intervals actually. In fact, this is a descending line. So it starts off on E and then it goes up to G, down to F sharp, down to F, and then returns back to E. So very similar to a lot of stuff both Metallica and Megadeth have put out using this very same chord progression. But the intervals off the G, F sharp, and E, but the intervals off the G, F sharp, and F notes are in fact major thirds, and you will hear them right here. G, F sharp, F, E. So there you have it. The big four, major metal, one example from each. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, say hello. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you on the next one.